Okay, so now let's start with measuring our objects that we have drawn over here. So this is a pretty tricky process if you are measuring a diagonal side just like this one or a flat side just like this one. So we have different tools for it. So let me just introduce you to the first tool. So as you can see that we have a little bit options over here. So first of all, let's start with the linear option. So if you type linear and want to measure a side, let's say from here to here, it will just basically show you what length it is, just like so. So as you can see 2138304884. So as you can see that this is the length over here of the rectangle, and same with the horizontal vertical side. So let's say the starting point is here and we measure it over here and we get this measurement over here. So this is a pretty basic process. You just select the line, select the tool first, and then select the first point that you want to measure from. So let's say this one over here. You click on the mouse and release the mouse, and then just go to the second point that you want to measure. So this is our second point. It will automatically select it, and then just click again. And once you release the click, it will just go like this, and then you can place the marking wherever you want, just like so, and then click again to confirm your location, and there you go, you have marked it. But if we use this command in a slanted side, so just like this one over here, so let me show you what the problem here is. So if I click go to command, and then I just, if I want to measure this, let me just show you what happens. So as you can see, this measures the vertical length or the horizontal length of this diagonal line. So it does not actually measures the whole line, as you can see. So if you look at from a top view or if you look at from a front view, the observable length will be recorded by this particular side. So this side is actually, I am saying, I'm just showing you. So this side is actually 20 units long, but if you look at from a front view, it will look like a 10 units line. So that's a nice feature to have, but we don't want the top view length, we want the actual length. So to measure the actual length, what we have to do is just go to the drop down arrow over here and then select the aligned option. And once you select the aligned option, you can just take 2 points just like so, that are not 90 or 0, and then you can see that it measures the actual length, which is 20 units of the line. So this is pretty nice, and then you can just adjust it wherever you want, just like so. And then you have created a actual measurement for the diagonal line, not from the top or front view, but the actual length, which can be seen in our drawing over here. Now if you want to measure the angles, you can also do that. So if you remember, we made this line of 56 degree, but sometimes we need to specify the degrees of the line. So just we will click on angular at this point. So this is our angular option, and once you click on angular option, a little tiny box will appear as our cursor. So we will first select our first line, and then we will select our next line, and by selecting that, we have now a we now have a degree option from which we can set it wherever we want, wherever it seems fit. So right there I have fixed it, so it is showing 56 degrees. So this is a pretty nice feature to have, and you can also do that in the far side. So let me just select it again and select our two lines, this one and this one, and as you can see that it is showing at 124 degrees with any other line that you want. So this is with the horizontal, and if you want to measure the obtuse angle, you can also do that. So this is our obtuse angle and this is our acute angle. And then we have the radius measurement, diameter measurement, ordinates and jogged. So these are pretty similar to one. And if you want to measure the diameter, you just select the circle and then it will measure the diameter. And now as you can probably see that these markings are pretty tiny. I mean, if I zoom out of the image, you cannot clearly see them, and that is because we have not set the size for this actual measurement. So we can increase the size of this measurement by typing this command. So I'm going to type DIMSTY. So this will select the dimension style option, which is in short dim style. So press enter or click on it, and this will open this window over here, and you can go ahead and click on modify, and by default you will open up with the text option over here. And as you can see that by default the text height is at 0.18 units, so this is pretty tiny. I mean, we do not usually work with this measurement, but whatever. So I usually bump it up to 2.5 because that's where the sweet spot is. And then I click on OK, and then I close this tab, and then you can see that these measurements are now far more visible than ever before, and you can clearly see measurements over here. Now you can also do that with these tiny arrows over here. So this is a tiny arrow, and in comparison to that the text is very large. So you can also do that by going to the same window, so dim style, and click on modify, and then you can see that this is the second option over here, the symbols and arrows. So you just click on it, and as you can see that the arrow size is also set at 0.18. So you just, I like to keep it at 1 only. So just click on OK then, and then close it, and as you can see that now the arrow size is also increased with the text or the numbers that show the length and breadth. So this is all about the measurements of the objects.